I found that package you mentioned.
Feast your eyes, soldier. This here's a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig.
How do I use this injury customizing unit exactly?
There's a workbench right through this door. Attach that unit to your favorite weapon and go forth into glorious battle. Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson.
Don't worry about that. I've already got a passcode from Reed.
I've been after a passcode for years. Boss said no on account of my gross incompetence with all matters related to security. I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module.
Seems simple enough.
If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of 0G to your memory.
I'll let you be. So we have to go back to that place with the mechanicals again. Let's hand in the bounties first, and then we'll go over. I really think the way this game's gonna be best played is probably stick to the missions until I'm assuming we're ready to leave a planet and then do the exploration afterwards.
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
Doesn't seem like you can do it the other way around, where you do the exploration, find the items, and then can just hand them all in
Almost lost
at the end.
finger in the cannery today.
Something to report? We pay by the finger. What do you have for me?
Hand over Doc Mabel's.
Mabel Burgess. Age 37. Right or left-handed? Let's just say no longer applicable. I remember Doc Burgess. Conducted my physical every fiscal quarter. Guess she couldn't keep her hands off her patient's medicine. Still one outstanding bounty. If you've got a finger, I've got the paperwork.
And Bertie Cottons.
Here we are. Bertie Cotton. Cause of death. Let's just say overwhelming physical trauma. Bert was the local preacher before Max took over. Always was quick to remind us that we all get what we deserve in the end. Well, that's all three. I must remember to requisition some more fingerprint ink. Here's all the compensation you've earned, plus a bonus.
What's this, Junior Deputy Constable?
You've done such a bang-up job hunting down our former workers that I thought it only proper to deputize you. Congratulations.
How did so many of your people end up Marauders?
Let me stop you there. It is official Spacer's Choice policy that all Marauders, regardless of prior affiliation to the Spacer's Choice brand, no longer qualify as our people.
That doesn't really answer my question.
Marauders are folk who lost the will to keep working, wandered out into the wilds and gave into their baser instincts. Not everyone's cut out to work in Edgewater. Some turn deserter, some turn marauder. None of them get my sympathy.
Yeah, I heard... Oh, actually, there was a problem with saying that Eugene shot himself, wasn't there? They were trying to cover that up. Okay, let's go with Marauders. Seemed to like Adrenatime.
Everybody likes Adrenatime. It is the finest medical drug ever developed by Spacer's Choice. Much better than that crap anti-Cleo pedals. Sure, a little too much Adrenatime can bring out the violent animal in you, but if overdosing on Adrenatime turns you into a lunatic, you have only yourself to blame. Says so right on the warning label. Violent psychosis is a well-documented and legally accounted for side effect of Adrenatime.
There was something else I wanted to ask you.
What's on your mind?
Well, let's go with the questions and
As
see if
long
we
as
can
your
get back
questions fall
into...
within the acceptable
where we
margins
just
of
were.
curiosity.
Oh, nope, guess not. And they didn't give us a another mission, even though it said that if you took out 3, you would get the fourth one.
I've been feeling pretty low these days.
Don't let the boss catch you saying that.
Okay, so we've only got 3 missions at the minute. We've got the die robot, so we'll go do that. I think we'll go back to... We go back to Adelaide quickly to see if there's anything else that can be said now that we've increased our rep with different areas. Looks like I need to fix my gun as well. You can see the icon flashing in the bottom. So this should be easy now, considering we were here and had all the robots turn against themselves. The engineer said he had a module. Oh, Jeremy was the robot that apparently was the scout when we fixed earlier.
Self-diagnostics complete. Navigation systems operational. Combat systems operational. It's not the best choice. It's the spacer's choice.
This is odd. Why aren't you attacking me?
Hostile actions towards spacer's choice mechanics are contrary to logical directive. Conclusion: all hostile automechanicals must be defective in compliance with spacer's choice policy. All defective automechanicals must be permanently dismantled. Please allow me to assist.
Let me get this straight. You want to help me destroy other mechanicals?
Affirmative. Mechanicide protocols loaded. Awaiting confirmation.
Confirmation granted. I like the sound of that. Oh, okay. I thought he was going to be an actual companion, but nope. So where is this module up here? Oh, okay. We needed that pass, that's good. So now we can go back to the security room. Yeah! Great. Take everything from in here. Awesome. Okay, so now we've got that, I guess we can go back to the security guy. Yeah, Ludwig. Just seen on YouTube today that there's some new music videos out, which is awesome. Fridays are great for music. Unfortunately, 21 Pilots brought out their new song, and as much as it's a great song, every time I sort of see how their story's going at the minute, I worry that they're kind of leading up to telling us that they're going to be finishing soon.
Bring us honor, soldier.
You mentioned a logic module. I found one in the geothermal plant.
Bang up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform. Oh, well, that reminds me. Gotta look into getting us a uniform. So this is it then. The key to humanity's victory over the mechanical hordes.
12,000
I would
XP.
reward you with the
That is so
gratitude of the
much.
resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile. So here's a couple bits for your trouble, and a little something to remember me by.
Take care. Well, let's quickly look at the guns, because the gun that I'm using is actually very broken, I think. So, yeah, it's very broke. I think what I want to do is have a look at... Wow, how's that only 56? It's a 47 hit. That's a 62 hit, but it's a two-hand unique weapon. Let's put that there. And we will swap that out. 6. Oh, I've been using broken guns all this time. No wonder my damage was so bad. Is my armor broke? No, my armor's fine. So that was lockpick plus 5 on that item. That was 9 armor. Yeah, we're good to keep going with that. Cool. So that leaves us with very few missions left to do. Just these two, really. Both are to divert the power. I really don't want to divert power. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to. If the game does not have another option. Maybe I've missed it. I'd be interested to know if anyone else can tell me if I've missed some sort of option to change it around. I think, unfortunately, even though I want to divert the power to the greenhouse area, my fear is that by doing that, they no longer get any medicine at all. And so if this plague does exist, then everyone's kind of being doomed to kind of being affected by this plague if it does happen. Oh, never mind. I'll have to check what that quest is in a sec. So, warning, safety failures detected. High likelihood of moderate to severe structural damage. Redirecting power is an irreversible procedure. Power redirection function is failed. Manual override required. Please activate all 3 electrical track switches. So what was that quest? Comes down to power. Ah, okay, it's just the same thing, just generally talking about redirecting these switches, so maybe this is where there's going to be more options come up. Unless the 3 switches are in here? I guess they are. Might put my next perk point into sprint speed.
Let's go.
Oh, it's
If we send
these.
the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the veil?
Where are we headed?
Unexpected. Searching for
Here they come!
armor.
These shouldn't be fighting me.
What is it?
I guess they're just hostile to everything now.
the last.
Have these quests changed at all? No. Other than that I have hit the switches.
Once we do this, there's no going back. Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
I wouldn't mind hearing your opinion.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
Reed tells me Edgewater's going to die without workers in power.
That sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
The deserters are a community. I can't just destroy what they built.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
I see your point. I think I'm ready to make a decision.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that.
I'm going to,
I felt
although
like I
it's
had to say
going to
something.
be kind of frustrating running around the place again, I'm going to go back to the Adelaide and Reed. I'm glad you did. I like hearing from you.
Really? I mean,
Need to be really
wow.
careful with this. One of the things
Thanks.
I dislike about games is
No
whenever
one's
there's
ever
sort of
told me
romance
those words
options and
in
things
that
in them.
order.
So I tend to try to get as friendly as I can with people without there getting to the point where romance starts to become a thing. So yeah, as I'm saying, it's probably frustrating having to travel around the place again, despite the fact we've done it so many times now. But I just want to give it one last chance because I want to really see if there's a way to have the power be split between the two areas and just have them work together. Maybe the plants have some sort of medicinal properties to them, and so if we can get those guys agreeing to help the town, they can help with the plague. And the other way around, if the town are getting help, maybe they've got some resources they can share. Going to quickly check if there's any other NPCs, any other named people we can speak to. We already did Thomas's mission, and so that gave us a little bit of rep here. And there was nobody up the top.
Anything else I can do for you?
When we first talked, you assumed I'd come to live here.
I am getting old, you know. These two lamps of mine are not as bright as they once were. Or I might have seen you for what you are.
And what's that?
Remains to be seen. Might be the man that saves the Vale. Might be Reed's personal gun hand.
Save the field?
People around here lack the strength to effect change. Or they have the strength, but not the will. You seem to have both.
Why are you telling me all this?
A A little prattling never hurt anyone, dear. You might even catch a little sense, if you listen close enough. I can't stop you from conducting your business down at the plant. I just want you to know that if you take our power away, you will have brought an end to our way of life.
Reed's making an offer in good faith. You should consider it.
If you think Reed does anything in good faith, then you are asking to be lied to.
You and Reed obviously have some sort of history.
That's because Reed was my boss. I was the cannery's one and only flavor specialist, you see. Remember that limited run of white chocolate saltuna? That was all me.
There's obviously more to it than that.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
I'm guessing Reed has his own side of that story.
I could not possibly care less if he does, but you're surely welcome to ask him.
We've talked enough. Okay, so there's definitely a really personal thing between them because her son got sick. When we spoke to Reed before, he did seem to be almost regretful of his actions before, so maybe if we go and speak to him again,
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
he will be open to the idea of stepping down. Let somebody else take charge. Then maybe with somebody else in charge, Adelaide might be willing to work with him.
Something on your mind? Go ahead.
Let's go with option one again. What makes you think I can convince the deserters
That
to
you
come
or not
back?
one of us may work to your advantage. Adelaide and her folk loathe the people of Edgewater, you see. I admit the fault was mine. I'm about as diplomatic as a bristling canid. I just hope Adelaide and her folk will see their way.
We'll try to go like a nicer approach here. Maybe we can get the conversation that we need. Don't blame yourself.
I must. The burden of leadership is responsibility. If my workers walked out on Edgewater, then I have failed them. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. We have lost even more to plague. But it is why we must square our shoulders and carry on.
Let's try you and Adelaide have a personal history.
Losing Adelaide was the hardest. She was our...
Skip
Ever
through
since...
these options. What? Yeah, it
ahead.
is not giving me
I had...
an option to get
Nature is
into
ugly.
the
There is safety here.
like
Safety
a better
and
option here, like
purpose.
a shared
But
option.
not all of us see that, and I cannot force that vision upon them. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. We have lost even more to plague. But it is why we must square our shoulders and carry on.
Yeah, okay. This is frustrating.
Where are we headed?
Alright, last thing I guess I can try is try to get Adelaide's group to move back to here, and then we'll divert the power over here. Let's hope this works.
I'm listening.
This might sound strange, but I don't know where I am.
That's not strange at all, dear. Few of us truly know where we are. The world can seem like a forest without end, and it is all too easy to lose one's way. But we must remember that being lost is the first step in discovering yourself.
Not the answer I was expecting, but you still cheer me up.
Glad I could help, dear. A sadness of the heart brings sickness upon the whole body. Are you not feeling well? Ought to lay your head down if you're running fever.
Just getting my bearings. My pod landed not far from here.
Are you talking about an escape pod of some sort? Where did you say you were from?
Does the Hope ring any bells?
Is that a new settlement of some kind? I haven't kept news from outside the Veil.
Not exactly. It's a colony ship.
Oh, you're talking about that old piece of folklore. Now I'm convinced you're delirious. You really ought to lay your head down, dear. Babbling only agitates the humors. You ought to try some of my purgative tea. Won't cure what ails you, but it will distract you for a spell.
Let's talk about something
I'm
else.
listening.
What? So I now can't
I'm listening.
get into any conversation at all? It seems so odd that we would get locked out of pretty important conversation
I'm
pieces. Can I maybe talk to the people and see if I can convince them to move?
Home is where the heart is. Marauders took that saying a little too literally.
Is this... It is really going to force one of these two options.
I'm listening.
I wonder if I go back to my ship where Max is, will Max be able to open up some sort of other conversation piece? Or maybe I can just leave the planet and come back to it later. Oh, I need the power thing.
If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain. Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown.
Well, he's not even on the ship. That was a wasted fast travel.
Something. If I'd been able to get out here, I so would have stripped this for parts. Okay, gone quiet.
Is that his head there? Guess so. What? I'm over encumbered. Really? I think I can hear another one. Yeah.
Here I go!
But unfortunate they made a little base here and then got ruined by those gorilla sort of things. Is there a way in here? Is there a power cord in this? No. There has to be a way to do this. Try one more batch of speaking to people. We have been there, so we don't need to fight those guys again. That does confirm enemies respawn though. We cleared that camp out, so they shouldn't be there. Again, probably another reason not to get to a zone and do a load of exploration first. If everything's just going to come back, there's probably not really much point in
I used to skip rocks in the river.
in messing about with it.
Constable Reyes ticketed me for unlicensed terraforming. I bet she was jealous.
Well, maybe we
She
can
don't know how to skip
find
rocks her own self.
the gravesite for her son. Would that tell us anything? Or speak to the grave digger guy? Yeah, let's try speaking to him.
Parvati. Come for a... Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss.
What are you talking about, Silas?
Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house.
I'm sorry, Parvati.
Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you?
I got a question for you.
Yeah?
He didn't say anything about it at all. There was a marker over there somewhere that I could read. Epitaph pending calculation. Samuel Cadden. Yeah, that was the one we've seen before. I might, maybe I'm just starting to flog a dead horse with this. Theodore Granger. This is... Do you want to end your years in luxury and comfort? Do you dream of walking beneath the vaulted arches of Byzantium? Early retirement is finally here. Early retirement is your ticket to Byzantium. Early retirement is Chairman Rockwell and Minister Clark's gift to you. Selection for the early retirement process is by lottery. Winners enjoy an all expenses paid trip to their new life in Byzantium, the Jewel of Halcyon.
Nicely done.
Let's look at the inventory logs first. Burial invoice. Password required. We'll hack that. Name Theodore Granger. Cause of expiration industrial accident. Burial status successfully interred in gravesite 13F. Gravesite fees paid and accounted for in humors. Addendum. Teddy's corpse was missing a hand. Deducted 5 bits from gravesite fee because I'm a kindly fellow. Messages from Inhumers Association. Your subscription to the Inhumers Association newsletter has expired. We'd like to invite you to renew your subscription. Act now and we'll throw in a copy of our newest publication, Shovels, Gazette and Quarterly. Then from Spacer's Choice HR. Edgewater Cemetery is a property of a Spacer's Choice company. The Spacer's Choice family take care of its own, from cradle to the grave. Gravesite plots and headstones are provided by Spacer's Choice at an affordable rate. Comfortable spacious lots, custom engraved headstones and monograms, complimentary eulogy courtesy of the Order of Scientific Inquiry. Let your spirit rest in the privacy of a Spacer's Choice brand gravesite. Okay, so we learned nothing. Great. Useful. How am I so overburdened? It must be these food items. I've got so many of those. I think I'll just stop lifting food for a while. The mods don't weigh that much. Now, is that 0.3 per item, or is that 0.3 for the stack? It's probably for the stack, which means that, you know, that's why I'm sort of so overburdened.
I cut my own hair.
What can I do for you?
You sound like you've had some training. I know a thing or two about medicine.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
Only if we use the term doctor loosely.
I am a Spacer's Choice certified surgeon. And if you must know, I can stitch a severed thumb with a 58% chance of avoiding gangrene.
I've got some questions for you.
Go ahead.
What do you know about this plague?
The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. Lost 6 workers in as many months. I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were any good, they'd have been treated. Still, it is a shame.
What are the symptoms?
Fever, chills, fatigue, aching, vomiting, an excess of phlegm, a tendency towards belly aching.
What you're describing sounds a lot like a flu.
Whatever it may be, I have developed my own palliative. Boiled canid liver and a splash of ethanol.
Why don't you treat all your workers?
Company policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine to treat all of us, so we treat the best among us.
Whose idea was that?
Mr. Thompson's brainchild. Have you met him yet? Thoughtful-looking fellow, stares out of his office most hours.
You seem pretty enthusiastic about this place.
Edgewater has been good to me. I consider myself privileged to work here. I am never wanting for work, not since the plague started.
Sounds exhausting.
As the good vicar says, work fortifies the spirit of a man. If you want to feel exhausted, try not having any work.
That's all for now. Oh, we didn't speak to Abernathy since we give the medicine away as well.
And your rations yet?
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe because I spoke to a few people to begin with. But then Didn't speak to them again after I'd actually finished a lot of the quests.
It's not the best choice. It's space. Go right.
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna pass.
Just keep working. Work fortifies the spirit.
I'll meet you on the ship.
Got it. Inside voices.
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
Hey, it's the visitor. Come back for another round?
How's the hand?
Numb to the bone thanks to Zero G Brew. Zero G Brew. It's an ale that's good for what ails you.
Okay. Take care.
Oh, I almost forgot. I'm contractually obligated to recite company slogans to any visitors. Plague got you feeling woozy? Get yourself boozy with Spacer's Choice.
Oh, sweet merciful law. A marauder's in my domicile.
Hey, take it easy. I'm not a marauder.
Oh, wait. It's just you. Yours killed me with fright. At least I know I ain't hallucinating. You need something?
Sorry, Abernathy. I gave that anthrocillin to someone else.
You what? But why? I was dependent on you. Does it feel good? Robbing an old man of his last shred of hope?
I'm sorry. I did what I had to.
Betray a man in his final hours? Of course. I understand. Hell, I'd probably do the same to you, given the chance. So, you just here to watch me die, or what?
Okay. That was not a useful conversation.
Friend of mine died a couple weeks back. Still ain't past it.
I know how you feel.
I'm gonna try one more time. Come on, have something else to say.
Something on your mind? Go ahead. Can we not? Something... Ever... Yes.
Oh, it's near Hostiles? Oh, it's the rats. Or sprats, as they're called in this game.
I'm listening.
Oh, did I look at the computer? Personal files. Hack. Open first entry. May the Eternal bless my first endeavour. It's been 2 days since I walked away from life at the Edgewater Cannery. Fortuitously, the old botanical labs are still operational, mostly. The soil's sour. I'll do what I can, but I'm going to need some powerful fertilizer. Tired of having the taste of Saltuna lingering on my tongue day in, day out. I want something fresh, something that grows out of the earth. We find another worker from Edgewater. Ex-worker now. Desertion rates must be climbing. I'm not terribly surprised. Rate's side of management has always been tyrannical. I imagine an exodus is brewing. At any rate, the worker was in a sorry state. Fever, shallow breathing, delirious. Must have been plagued. I set him right with a diet of greens. He was all better in a couple of weeks. Physically, spiritually, he's one of our flock now. Yeah, so it literally is just a flu. It's not actually a plague. So the medicine part doesn't matter so much, but also then these guys aren't doing anything to help the people in the city. Experimental notes, first entry. I'm hereby repurposing this botanical lab from its original conception as a gear in the soulless automation of a corporate machine. This greenhouse may look impressive, but like all Spacer's Choice products, it is cheap and unreliable. I shall have to make some repairs with my own two hands. This place shall become a nursery. Before it was abandoned, I understand the horticulturist failed to produce a single viable crop. Something about the soil being too poor. I'm determined to find a way. May the Eternal smile upon my endeavours. Last entry. Flora are living things, as sensitive to their environment as any breathing, thinking body. I contend that the crops in this region failed because the corporate scientists tending to them are cold, heartless, inhumane people acting on behalf of a sterile and inhumane power. One cannot expect your crops to flush with green and reach for the sky under those conditions. The soil is sour, it's true. I don't know quite how to explain that. I am sure the scientists will say something about biology or the carbon cycle, but I can conclude, after months of my own experimentation, that the secret to a rich and wholesome garden is love, attention, compassion, and a natural fertilizer bursting with organic materials, just as nature intended. A natural fertilizer? People? Are they using people? This looks pretty red for normal plant fertilizer. I mean, even this looks like something that I should be able to click on to get information. I can't help but think that there's like another quest somewhere. It might even be that I just have to redirect the power and then that's what triggers the next stage.
I'm listening.
Well, yeah, I guess that's it. There's no other options. At least the quest state that I'm in is that I have to make that choice. I think the choice I'm going to have to make is to route the power to the town. If I route the power to the town, the people in the botanical gardens, they at least can go back to the town. But if I route it away from there and route it to the people in the botanical gardens, the issue there is that the Spacer's Choice company won't provide them any materials or medicines, things like that. And I think that is probably going to be the bigger problem overall. Let's sell a load of stuff. Sell junk. Wait. Okay, so I wanted to test the weight. So this is 0.3. So I'm going to sell 1. Still 0.3. So the 0.3 is per item. Let's just sell everything. We'll keep the buffs. I know the food is a buff, but yeah, maybe we do keep those sort of things. Armor rating plus 10. Okay. Harmful status effects. Actually, let's go to the medicine bit first. Spacer's Corona. Let's get rid of that. Tenor Spacer's Jaw. Get rid of that, and we'll get rid of that. I think we'll keep the rest of this. Although I've got 100 of each. Wait, am I buying this stuff? I'm buying this. I'm not selling this at all. Okay. Let's try that again. Keep some of the food and the water. Fine. And then we're selling everything else. Oh yeah, that brought my weight down a lot. Okay. Should probably have to think about these as well. I'd say I have to think about them. I really should just put them on my gear.